Thanks for staying with us here on Pulse. And of course, it's Europa League Thursday, and we'll be looking at one key fixture that many will be following for the fact that Arsenal is involved. Arsenal are gearing up to go up against Cologne up in Germany. Of course, Arsenal will not be battling with just Cologne, but there are thousands of fans who will definitely fill the stadium. Here with me, as usual, is Selwyn Saki as we look ahead to this big game. How are you doing, my brother? Look, Arsenal obviously will not necessarily want to use full strength, against Cologne in this game. A few injury situations here and there as well.
Yeah, definitely. And Arsene Wenger has already put it out that he's going to do his rotation as he's been doing, because he keeps telling us that the Europa League is not a priority because he's still challenging for the Premier League. So when it comes to the Europa League, he will use the younger players to play. But he's doing well, and they are 10 points up. In the first leg of this game, they beat Cologne 3-1 at the Emirates. But as a very hostile Cologne in Germany, I don't think they'll have it this time easy.
All right, let's quickly take a look at the preview for the game, and after that we come back and talk some more about Arsenal versus Cologne and also a few other fixtures here for Europa League Thursday.
Arsenal could again be without forward Theo Walcott for their Europa League match in Cologne. Walcott missed the North London derby win over Tottenham Hotspur due to illness and did not train on Wednesday. The rest of the squad prepared for the trip to Germany, where striker Olivier Giroud should be involved following his thigh injury. Giroud was joined by goalkeeper David Ospina in training, and the shot stopper could return having recovered from a groin problem. England forward Danny Welbeck is also expected to be back in the mix. Arsenal have already qualified from Group H, and a point on Thursday night will guarantee them top spot in the group with a game to spare. With the Gunners already through to the knockout stage, manager Arsene Wenger is expected to again give his young players a chance to impress.
Team tomorrow, and overall I believe that you will see that every single player has a big experience in the Premier League. And we have brought some young players as well who have played in former games. They have done extremely well, like Joe Willock, Eddie Nketiah, Reece Nelson. And overall, I believe we have a good mixture between experience and young players.
It was a brilliant example of us bringing it all, fans and players together. It was a great atmosphere and lovely to see how we were together. I think it's human that in those occasions you give 20% more. I think it's like that, but we want to reproduce those. They set a good example for us, those players who come in. We saw that game, we saw the intensity. To replace that tomorrow and Sunday will be a big challenge for us, and but we embrace it.
All right, so let's get back into it now. From Arsene Wenger's body language, obviously they're in cruise control in the group and all of that, but does it give you the feeling that he wants to use the Europa to continue to smooth sail when it comes to his long run at the club as a coach?
It will be an option, because if he wins this, it will be another trophy, because people are calling for him to win trophies. He did that in the previous seasons where he's added the FA Cup, but what they want is the Premier League. So if he adds the Europa League, maybe we'll give them a feel that, okay, let's give him this chance because he's winning other things around us. If we give him more years, maybe we could get the Premier League. So yeah, I think the Europa League is an option for him. Let's
throw the focus on Danny Welbeck. I mean, Danny Welbeck has not necessarily had the best of times, especially because of his injury situations and all of that. But it's very indicative that we're going to see, Arsene Wenger place a lot of responsibility on him today. How well do you see him faring?
For a player who is coming back from injury, we don't need to put him so much pressure, because when you're coming from injury, you will try to be careful. You're not even going to more of the tackles. You try to be careful and make sure that you wouldn't go back to the bench. So Welbeck, give him a chance. Maybe I don't expect him to start. Maybe comes in the second half, get him 2 or 3, like maybe 15 minutes to get some touches on the ball. Possibly something could happen, and then game by game he'll be better.
A quick look at the other fixtures as we throw the focus on Europa League Thursday, and there we go. Astana will host Villarreal, and Athletic Bilbao will play Hertha Berlin. Now Rosenborg play Real Sociedad. Vitesse Arnhem will play Lazio, and of course Marseille are away to Konyaspor, and of course Red Bull Salzburg, they play Vittoria Plzen. Now, away from Cologne hosting Arsenal, which others are there? Let's quickly do these. AC Milan will play Austria Vienna. Atalanta are away to Everton. Now, Lyon play Apollon Limassol, and Skendebao will host Dynamo Kiev. Of course, Ludogorets will play Istanbul, and of course, TSG Hoffenheim play Braga from the Belgian Premier League. Now, of all of these fixtures, which other one catches your attention?
Let's look at let's stick to the England sides, and Everton. I'm wondering what they'll be able to do, because when they went away to Atlanta, they lost 3-0, and then they are still down the group. They don't have any chance. But then I want to see how David Unsworth is going to do, because the fans are still trying to see what they can do. So maybe this game could be one of the options for AC.
Would it be fair on the part of the fans of Everton to expect a win from this game?
Yeah, because they deserve it, and they are playing at home, even though they are not going to qualify. But it will be something to give them some happiness. The fans just want to win, whether it's going to let them qualify, because they know that there's nothing coming out of it. But losing away to Atlanta 3-0 will be good for them to see a revenge and a fight from their players.
All right, Selwyn, thank you very much. We'll be looking ahead to all of those games. Remember, there's a lot of sport later this evening on Sport on JoyNews Prime. Thanks for watching. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and I have love for sport.